Okay, time to get back at this Lord of the Rings. I was dealing with Black Hole, which is now officially gone. And I was dealing with my high-speed living room project, just kind of wrapping that up. So now I'm only have 3 projects on the go, I think. So I feel like I can get back at this without leaving too many loose wires. So I think the strategy today is to maybe do, I don't know, start stripping the playfield and or cleaning up the inside of the cabinet. Because, oh, here comes the dust, I bet. Let's turn on the flash. Hey, look at that. 26 cents. Boom. That's like a hockey one, or nope, curling. Oh, hey, look what else. These are the 4 screws for the for that up kicker mech. Boom. And then these are the 4 ladybugs that are dead with their friends as well. Look at this. Do you see this? Like everywhere. Everything is cobwebified. I mean, can you see this here too? It's just, how is that even possible? Oh my god, look at this. I've been thinking long and hard. Like, do you think this machine was in their house the entire time, or do you think it was stored outside at some point in a shed? But then when I pulled this machine out from the wall, there was cobwebs stuck from the wall to the machine, so that makes me think that it was in that living room space the entire time. So I just don't understand. I get the bugs because it was near the lake, right? There's so many more ladybugs inside. I think, I don't know. Let's just raise the hood and take a closer look. But cool, we got some screws. Oh, this. You know what this is? That's hilarious. Remember I was telling you about the spots on the cabinet here? From somebody painting. That was Kevin just texted me. I'll have to see what he's saying. Something to do with Black Hole. So I told him that I sold Black Hole, and you know, he restored 2 other cabinets. So he's like, are you still up for doing more Black Holes? It's like, well, one for sure. So he's wondering what may happen with the second one if I don't do that one. Anyway, so somebody painted the house. You can see the specs. And they took the time to, you know, remove the electrical outlet covers. That's what that's for. But they didn't take the time to cover up the pinball machine. So there's a little bit, the back doesn't look like too much paint speckles, but really just the back has some speckles and the back of the head, so it was not that bad. Oh, and the top of the head, yeah. Look at that. All right. Enough blabbing. Let's get to work. Okay, let's take a first real close look at the insides. The theme carries on with the dust, of course. Holy cobwebs. There's a lot of cobwebs. Uh-oh. It's everywhere. I mean, what I expected, of course. Oh, here's the connector for this mech here, which goes there. Looks like there are 5 screws, so I am missing one. Oh, Do I see it in the cabinet anywhere? If not, I've got those screws. No big deal. So far, all I see is a little bit of cleaning. This flipper's definitely got some use. Look at the links. So definitely we'll be rebuilding the flippers. That's just par for the course, standard stuff. Vacuuming out all the cubs. So in terms of corrosion being in a humid environment, take a look. So that's what I was suspecting. Some of the mechs to have that, but all in all, doesn't look too bad. It's just the certain types of metals. There's a Spidey skeleton. Oh, and more over here. Jamie would freak out, but at least they're all dead. Lamp socket out here with no bulb. And this has been unclipped as well. So they've done some minor tinkering and tampering. I don't know why they'd remove that bulb. Maybe to steal it for another location. Okay, let's take a look back here. Oh, there's the last when I moved this game, I found 3 balls, or I removed 3 balls, and then I heard a kerplunk. There's the kerplunk. I thought at the time that there was more than 3 balls in the machine, but I only found 3 in the trough. So there's the 4th rusty ball. And there's a screw, which looks like just for coin mechs. Nothing too crazy though. This shouldn't be too bad to clean up here. I thought it was actually going to be a lot worse. So I think that's what we'll do next, is work on the cabinet. Okay, so I thought that was going to be a little bit worse than it was, but actually, I still got to do inside the coin door. Remind me to do that. I did the top edge and the bottom edge. But all in all, I'm very happy with the results. I, as you've seen, vacuumed it and wiped it down and removed some of the wiring from the harness clips there. It's tough to get every square millimeter, but that's looking much better. What I'll probably do is get mirror blades that'll cover up that and that. And it's a little bit of corrosion on the receiver bar. But all in all, I'm pretty happy. Oh, and I noticed that this wire's off. Either I knocked it off or it was loose, but it goes, actually, I believe it has the lug from the coil on there, maybe. There's a bit of a lug here. So I should be able to just solder that back on, but that is just one of the pop bumpers, so no big deal there. So we'll pop that guy back on, and then I think maybe while we have the machine up like this, I may just throw in that mech that goes there, and maybe, do I want to disconnect all the wiring harnesses while the machine is up for when I remove everything from the top side? That's going to maybe be a challenge. There's a lot of stuff going on here, but look at all these connectors. What is all that for? Does that all have to come apart? Probably. Lots of stuff is going to need to come apart. But, you know, like in order to remove all the top side ramps and everything, I'm going to have to clip all the zip ties, disconnect all the harnesses. Then there's a lot of them. So let's proceed then. But yeah, oh yeah, even the backside of the playfield here, with all the cobwebs tucked in every nook and cranny. I'm sure I'll find more, but look at that. That actually looks really nice. And then I have to obviously work back there. That'll be the next step. So back of coin door and in behind there. And maybe I won't bore you with those details. I'll just deal with those and then I'll show you the results. Okay, so I was cleaning up the coin door here. And there was only one coin mech in the coin door for whatever reason. This guy here. And I thought to make it uniform, I would add the other two coin mechs. I know they were in the coin box. Then I realized that, see this slider here? There's supposed to be a slider for here and here and here. And see these little nuts? So these three nuts were missing. Actually, most of the nuts were missing, and 3 of the sliders. But I happen to have some goodies. So let's put this back to the way it should be. Now, coin mechs are also a little dusty, but I don't think that, you know, this game is going to go on route anytime soon, but I think that it'd be just nice to put this back together the way it should be. So we'll just add this like so, slide this down, come on, there we go. Then put in one of these guys, catch that on there, voila. Now looks like I have 4 black screws and 2 silver screws. Oh wait, I have 5 black screws. Well, my OCD is going to catch me here, but it's going to be 2 silver on this side and black screws there, black screws there. This one is actually not that dusty. Yes, it is. I lied. Okay. I know I'm zoomed in here, so you might not be able to see that, but I just wanted to show you what I stumbled across, that I was basically just missing some shit. But fortunately, happened to have some of those parts available. So, when all is said and done, this is the way that the machine came, and that is the way it shall be now. And then I still got a couple extra spares for next time. Okay, so Coin Door is happy. I was reading today how the figurines on these games, I guess at the factory eventually Stern decided to start cutting off the weapons because they would break off and end up jamming the mechanisms. So, you know, it appears that this guy probably had something in his hands. There's a guy back there, he still had a weapon. But, yeah, it makes sense though, you know, look at this. This guy's holding a whole lot of nothing. And, yeah, so, but what I did find while cleaning the back, ooh, what did I just hit? I found one weapon, and it is clearly broken off. So, makes sense that they would have removed them at the factory after they realized they were causing havoc on location. Here's a few different bits I use on my vacuum attachments here. Just bought a bag of miscellaneous attachments from China on eBay for cheap, so they work really well, especially this for doing the cabinet. Like, you brush it off, get all the dust, and then you wipe it down. And I was using this to clean the harnesses, so I'll show you what it looks like in all the grooves here. I was kind of using that to get in the groove. But back here, you know, did the walls, the grills, wiped down everything, brushed all the harnesses out, and all in all turned out pretty darn nice. So that is done. So basically the inside of the cabinet is pretty much done. The underside of the playfield is done. The outside of the cabinet, inside the head, the coin door inside and outside. That's actually pretty good progress. Now for the fun part. I think it's playfield time. Shall we start taking this bad boy apart? What do you think? It's gonna be a long, long time. And there's a little ladybug back there too. Probably got 50 of those so far. Okay, I think I'm gonna bust out my table and start removing parts. So let's do that. Okay, so I've decided that I am going to just start by disconnecting all the connectors under the playfield before I start unscrewing stuff, because it won't be long before I can't get any further because of the connectors. So when I look for all the holes that feed up, that have wires feeding in, and I'll label the connector with some random hieroglyphic. That guy is an X. This guy is a dot. And then we'll just keep doing this until we think we got them all. Alright, so dash. Okay, so what you don't know yet is that I actually used to have a Lord of the Rings. Where did I get that from? Someone, I think it was one of my friends. He mentioned he was selling it for someone. It might have been Nick Angel. If so, shout out to Nick Angel. And, or did I pass on that? I can't remember. Anyway, I had Lord of the Rings, and I think it was right here or right there. So this one will pretty much be in the almost identical spot. But back then, I used to play pinball with other human beings. Remember those days? I'd have 2 or 3 of the boys over, and we play loser chooser. So whoever loses the game gets to choose the next game. Well, Lord of the Rings would not get picked because it's a long playing game, and you know, I could play like sometimes 10-minute ball, and my friends don't want to sit there and just watch me play pinball. We want to participate together and have fun together. So loser chooser didn't want to pick Lord of the Rings, and I didn't play a whole lot of pinball by myself, so I played it a bunch. Not that much. I mean, like, I maybe explored it about 50% as much as I could have. Now, in the COVID times, there's more playing pinball by yourself. And I've been doing that with Pirates of the Caribbean, and I'm, darn near beating the thing, but the stupid boat ain't working. So once you get to the last Wizard Davy Jones mode, when the boats are rocking, and you got to hit him in the right spot, he's not rocking like he should. So it discourages me from even wanting to get to the Wizard mode to try and beat him when he's not working properly. So I got to fix that. That is on the list. But now that I'm playing more pinball on my own, I believe that I will, this time around, really be able to give this machine the attention and love it deserves, and really get to explore it more thoroughly. That was many years ago too. I was a little green, more green, and I probably wasn't as good of a player as well, so now I might have a better chance at getting deeper and learning the rules better, because I like to break down the rules, and I think I've pretty much got most of the rules on Pirates mastered, but I haven't even owned a Stern LCD machine yet, and that's beyond me to master those. I mean, I guess if I had one and played it for 1,000,000 hours, then I would figure it out. But yeah, so what else here do we see? I mean, I feel like I've only got very few. Here's another one down here. So yeah, Lord of the Rings, second time around. I ended up trading my other Lord of the Rings for a Dracula and, what was it, a Getaway? That was to Che Curnow. Shout out to Che. He has an arcade in Kitchener. Pin-up arcade. Oh, and he has another one somewhere else called Pablo's. So Che and I did a big deal a while back that involved a bunch of arcade machines and a few pinball machines. I didn't want to deal with all the heavy-ass arcade machines and wasn't equipped to do so because they were all in a basement, and so he ended up dealing with all that, so I didn't have to. But yeah, so I traded with him. So however long ago that was. So this connector here is going to be called Che. Che. There you go. You've been immortalized, brother. I should just use names from now on. Okay, so that guy there. Oh, here's some more. All right. So this one will be MBA. MBA for Mark's Basement Arcade. Check him out. You're now immortalized on this Lord of the Rings. Okay, you're going in there. And then, oh, here's another guy. All right, check this one out. Who am I going to call this connector? PNP. PNP. That is Albert Agar, Pinball Nerds Podcast. Check him out. Good stuff there. Some screaming goats, not just Zach Many. Alright, so while I was doing some of the boring stuff and wasn't recording, I was listening to TPN, the Pinball Network. I was actually listening to Zach having an interview with some guy that they ain't getting along so well. It's been pretty entertaining to hear them go back and forth. So, the Pinball Network, check them out. This is the most random way to shout out people. Kind of humorous. I know for sure I am missing lots. Oh wait, no, I got you. Yeah, so another funny thing is that if I decided to just spend a bunch more money, then I could have just got a mint Lord of the Rings. But you know what? That's not as fun, right? Doing your own from start to finish, top to bottom, is kind of half the fun. The other one I bought, I don't think I had to do a damn thing to it, but I think what I paid for that one those years ago is about the same as what I paid for this one that requires a whole shitload of work. So I thought that was kind of humorous. Okay, I am sure that I did not get them all, so let's flip this playfield over and we'll find out the hard way and start removing components. Yay. And why the heck am I wearing a mask this whole time? I'm done with the dusting part. Silly me. All right, this is kind of the most exciting part. Playfield time. I don't know where I'm gonna start exactly, but start with these guys. So where do we want to start? What can we remove in its entirety? I already taken a lot of photos. Can you see everything? Like, well, I guess I'll just do like a little bit of normal speed, and then once we get going, I'll probably speed it up, because this can only be entertaining for so long just to watch me strip parts off of a playfield. You know what I mean? It cannot be entertaining for all that long. I already got me some spinning posts. Doesn't take long to have 1,000 tools out. Alright, is that guy right? That is the right guy. Alright, so. Okay, what did I even do with that last part I just removed? Like, here we go. Okay. So, and then, you know what's interesting is this ramp here just kind of tucked onto the sword on the underside with 2 post rubbers. That's kind of clever. Who designed this again? This is Gomez with Keith Johnson on programming. Is this Gomez? How do I not know this? Or will I'll figure that out later. But anyway, Keith Johnson, I know, did the rules on this, and that's why they're so deep. Oh, washer there goes on top. Oh, here's a problem. I can't take photos while I'm recording. I guess I can watch my video back, but remember, there's a washer goes on top of that. Usually I remember that washers go on wire form, so that should be okay. And then we got 2 machine screws on the back panel here. Can you see that? Yeah, looks like you probably can. Okay. Oh, that's friggin' longer than I thought. Holy hell. I've taken apart a lot of machines. Okay, some have been pretty complex. I'm trying to think of the most complex ones. I'd say Batman Forever. I think that reminds me of being a giant-ass 3D puzzle. There's a lot of crap. Please just come out. Please just slide out. Please just slide out. Don't be any screws behind the panel. Boom. Boom. Oh, wire. Okay. That tucks underneath the ramp. Where does that go? See, look at that. Already snagged. I have to. Alright, I'm going to put these in a pile over here. Already got 10 pieces of hardware for one wire form here. So it looks like this goes under the ramp and then connects to here for reals. What the heck? Like I said, I won't bore you with this disassembly of the playfield in normal motion for too long. Oh, that is really thick plastic. Look at that. Huh. Interesting. Why so thick? Just because the ball goes between. Oh, and then we got some spacers here and a totally mangled switch. Do you see that? This switch is bent. Actually, what it is, it's not clipped on anymore. There. Hey, alright. I thought it was mangled, but no. Cool. I like when switches are not mangled. Okay, that's good. Okay, so we got these 4 spacers. They're all the same. And these plastics. Okay, they go over on the table. I'll show you the table after. Alright, so is this wire actually attached to this? Or, no, it's not. Okay. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is, let's pop out these. Because why not? I don't think they're actually in the way of anything. But, yeah, well, there's screws underneath them. So, because I want to remove this guy. Right here. No, I need my smaller Phillips screwdriver. Okay, let's see if we can actually remove something from the playfield. Well, I guess we removed a couple plastics. But I want this wire form out of here. Then we can have our first kind of big piece out of the playfield. Alright, so how's this going to work? Not all that well. Those wires are okay, we can do this. Boom. Boom, boom. Now, this, in theory, should be able to come out, but that ramp is kind of in the way, so you gotta remove 10,000 things to remove 1,000 things. Wait, that didn't make any sense. I think you know what I means. Alright. I wish I could do a vote. Fast forward or normal speed? I think we're gonna go do some fast forward. So I gotta start. Let's keep on plugging away though. Okay, what I'm finding out is that I need a separate camera to take photos because I can't keep stopping the video to take photos and then take photos and then start more video and then stop video, take photo. I do have another camera upstairs, but I'm just too lazy to do that right now. So what I'm going to do is make some progress and then I will update you rather than you just watching me do all this in fast forward mode, which is not all that informative, but slowly making progress. I'll show you my little table I'm using here. So disassembling things and putting them in order of disassembly, but I need my camera to take photos on a regular basis so I don't screw something up. Like for example, there's two washers here. One is a thick washer that goes on the big washer. Stuff like that I probably won't remember. I mean, I might, but I'd rather take photos just to be safe. So I'll give you an update after I maybe work on this for another half an hour or hour and see how far I get. Alright, I've been plugging away at this guy for a little while now, and I am making progress, but it has not been with much challenge. The biggest qualm I have with 2005 Stern is that this is a mess, and for whatever reason you can't disconnect this connector. Well, I'll show you. Where's my flash? Battery is too low to use flash. Oh, what do you know? Guess I better make this quick. I'll show you this table too in a minute, but for starters, this feeds down that hole there, and if you look in the hole you can see there's not hole, there's flipper bracket. So I don't know if you can see, where is that? Yeah, it's basically right here is that harness right here, connector, and it's soldered to the lamp socket. And same on the other side. The other side does have a connector, so this guy here, there's a little more room to work with here. And I could technically take that off, this connector here, but it feeds out here and goes again to this lamp socket that has like 4 wires all soldered to it. So I haven't decided if I want to snip those, but even if I did snip those, I can't really get the other side all that easily. What a pain, what a pain. So I don't know how I'm gonna deal with this, just clean all this. I really wanted to get this in the sink. It would be the easiest way to do it, but might have to wash all this crap by hand. So that is my qualm with Stern. Not thrilled about not being able to remove this with ease. This is the first time I've ever stumbled into that. And nothing came off easy. You had to remove 6 things before you could remove 1 thing, and I'm trying to keep track of everything in what order it comes off, but I know I'm gonna, when reassembling this thing, I'm gonna be searching through my 1,000 photos many times to ensure that I have put it all back together properly. So the goal is to not have any parts left over once I do that. But check this out. No, you sorry son of a thought I had that ready to go off. See what I mean? Nothing comes off easy on this guy. All right, but you can see it's definitely a lot less stuff than there was, so probably another 40% to go. Here's what has come off so far. So I go in this order, right? This big long thing ended up, the first thing this long wire form is the thing I started with, but it took me till about here or something before I actually was able to remove it, or that I did remove it. Anyway, so this is the order that things go back. They will everything will be cleaned by hand, however is the easiest way to do it. And then in this order, look at this long ass sword, eh? It's actually pretty wild. And then I'm getting here, the third row of parts, metal ramp 1, and then I'm working on metal ramp 2. I thought that was ready to go. And then I got this space for the third row of crap. And if needed, I will use night moves for more table space. I've got the apron on there, but no flash because apparently my battery is low. Anything else before my phone dies? I was going to maybe record some of the action, but I'll have to charge up before I can do that. Anyway, you didn't really miss much, just me struggling. But it's getting there, you know? One piece at a time.